Today we're going to do knees. So Axel will be demonstrating the different knee things that we do that cause your knees to become strengthened and stretched to the limit. She's going to start with high knees, and she's going to do 40 slow, bringing her knee up as high as her shoulders. Now this stretches not just her knees and bending your knees, but it stretches the upper portion of your leg at the bend point. Doing it slow allows you to exercise with strength what you're doing, and then you go to fast, where it is speed, which is useful for increasing your running speed as well as simply losing weight as well. All right, butt kicks, she's going to do 50 of, and she's going to do it twice in two different directions. When you are kicking your butt, what you are doing is basically you are working your knees and your upper thighs more than anything else.
How many times?
50 times. One of the most important things before and after running is to make sure that your knees are adequately stretched if you are running and doing the different things on a rock course or a cross-country course or something else, and not just simply on a track. A track you can get away with not doing so, but your knees take a lot of punishment if you're running hills. So the next thing she will do is the knee stretch, and she's going to do for 30 seconds in each position.
Front lunge jump?
No. Knee stretch, and then we're going to it. Now you notice that she's pushing back with her right hand on the one knee, forcing it backwards, and on the other she's pushing down and slightly forward. She's taking her knees to the limits to what they are meant to be stretched to, and going just slightly beyond it to make sure that she builds strength into the joints. The reason I'm having her do this before she does the lunges and everything else is to loosen up her knee joints so that they can take the stress and strain of what she will do next. Now she will go the other direction. And she's doing the same thing the other way. Notice her ankles are also involved in the stretch. Your feet and your knees are vitally necessary for everything that you do in life. Okay, now she will take and bring her knees together. She will be pushing her knees apart with her legs and pushing them together with her hands. So she's forcing her own pressure against the joints. The last position for the knees is she will be pushing her knees out and back and down. This is putting force not just simply on her knees and her ankles, but it's also putting force upon her hips. Now she's going to go to the front lunge jump. The front lunge jump basically opens up your body, gets you used to the pounding that you have to take when you are running. Most of this is exercise basically to give you the strength in cross-country running. So, front lunge. Her knees now have been loosened, and here she is putting a little more pressure onto her knees as she bounces from spot to spot, and her knee going down close to the floor, but doesn't need to go clear to the floor. You can see sideways, showing a little more emphasis on it. You can see how her lower body is totally involved, and her upper body basically is positioned. Now, if you are running cross-country type courses or hills, your side movement is every bit as vital as your front movement. So now she will do a side lunge jump as many times as she just did the other way. Because you never know what you're running into. And you've got to be able to concentrate on what you're doing and still run. Now, for those of you who are doing this to lose weight, you will be amazed at how quickly you start melting your lower body as well as your upper body being involved. Now, this next one, the kneeling jump, is one that takes a little bit of work and a little bit of practice, but basically, if you are moving, you need to be able to move, and your knees need to be able to recover and get you up. So she will start with her knees, with kneeling down, and she will go up to a squat position and right back down to her knees. This builds strength in your lower body in a drastic way to where your knees are doing all of the effort.
15 times?
Yeah, 15 times.
I forgot.
Jump back. Jump
No?
back down.
Okay. Let's do it again. I forgot. Okay.
There we go. Believe it or not, that is one of the top 12 exercises for increasing your speed. For those of you that are runners and want to really increase your speed, these exercises are vital. The next thing that she will do is bow lunges, and she will do simply one stretch. Some people call this a hunting bow. I call it a bow lunge because you are doing both a lunge and a squat. And you are as though you have a bow in your hand and you are firing arrows so that your whole body is involved in this exercise. Notice she fires the arrow, takes another one out of the pack, puts it in, fires it, goes twisting back down into the squat, into the lunge, into the squat, into the lunge, into the squat, and her upper body is working at the same time. It's a concentrated effort that you need to be able to know what you're doing and always think. One of the biggest problems is people can't understand letting go of the arrow and firing the arrow. If you were actually doing target practice, This is one thing that is a lot of fun to do because you've got your target out there and you've got a pack of arrows behind and you can grab them and fire them, and then you also can go the opposite direction with the other arm and fire left-handed if you're right-handed and right-handed if you're left-handed. I believe in being ambidextrous in everything that you do. That way, no matter what happens, you are skilled both ways. So here you see the opposite. You see exactly what happens to your body on both sides. Okay, you saw the front lunge jump and the side lunge jump. Now she's going to do a front lunge twist where she's twisting into the knee that is up and not the one that is down. And basically this is the beginning of a balance exercise that then later...
You can turn that off.
That later basically you go into the hurdler stretch, which then is a necessary stretch for running as well. So she will do front lunge twist, 20 right and 20 left. This puts a greater structure and a greater development on the legs as they go down, and your upper body gets involved, and your core now is more greatly involved than it is on the simple jump or the simple lunge. We believe in twisting as much as possible. Your body, again, like I say, is in 3 planes: right side, left side, front, back, and top and bottom. And that twists around that one spot. Your back has got to be as strong as any other part of your core. Okay, side lunge dips. She's going to dip deep, as down far as she can, and she will go one direction 20 times and then the other direction 20 times. When she was doing the jumps, she's going both ways. All of these exercises at a later point in time are done with weights in her hands, to where you really begin to develop the strength in the areas and not just the reduction of weights and the speed. You don't ever want to just do things one direction, because your legs are not doing the same operation, neither are your hands. Everything that we do both directions on an equal scale. Okay, that's all we're going to do. I was going to have her do the hurdle stretch, but I think I'll save that for another time. This basically is the warm-ups for everything that you do with your legs, with your knees. Your knees were involved in every exercise that she did. You'll see other parts of her body involved as well. But these are things that strengthen your knees, loosen your knees, and allow you to run long distances or rapid speed on a track. That's it for today. Remember, you can catch her live in the afternoon. And
In the evening. In the evening at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. All right. That's it for now.
That's what's
Take care.